Good morning, Manual High School. I'm Kristen Smith.
And I'm Lily Nelson.
And thank you for tuning in to Manual AM.
Manual Book Club will have an interest meeting today at 2:30 in room 252.
Freshman Steering Committee will have its first meeting on Tuesday, September 22nd at 2:30 in room 306.
The PTA Reflections Contest entries are due by October 9th. This year's theme is Let Your Imagination Fly.
Tonight's football game against Ballard has been declared a Jersey night. Wear your favorite sport team's jersey and come cheer on the Crimsons.
Senior ads are due October 1st, including money, pictures, and text. See the flyers for prices. Extra forms are available outside of room 251.
Senior quotes are also due by October 1st. You can submit quotes at tinyurl.com/crimsonseniors.
Hannah Wilcott and Emma Travis have the story on Miss Castro's Spanish conversation class going to Hawthorne Elementary School.
Manual's language program, specifically the Spanish department, is gaining recognition for its Hawthorne internship class. Also called Spanish Conversation, or Spanish 5, the class is taught by Miss Castro in room 233 during 4th block.
This program is a partnership between our school and Hawthorne Elementary School. We go there, I would say, 3 times a semester, and we work with the kids over there.
First, we get into groups with other students in our class of about 4 people, and then we choose the topic that we want to use or that we want to teach at Hawthorne. Then we go to the library for a day and do all of the research that we need to do and get the materials ready, and we make posters and try to come up with interactive activities for the children at Hawthorne. On a day in class, we present to the rest of the class and work out all of the problems that we might be having, and then we go to Hawthorne.
The lesson plans involve math and science, consisting of various topics every trip.
The teachers first send the objective and the topics that they want for us to go over.
This trip's curriculum includes the periodic table, the water cycle, and the states of matter.
We're teaching them about protons, neutrons, and electrons in the periodic table, and just the atoms, like atoms as a whole. And so it's going to be really fun. I'm really excited. We have a lot of interactive elements, and our periodic table is awesome.
Because Manual is the only high school in America to host this type of internship, Ms. Castro and her students have received positive publicity from many publications, including the national magazine, The Language Educator, and KentuckyTeacher.org.
A reporter actually called me and talked to me because he was writing for this magazine that is called the Educator Language Magazine, and it's a publication that is a national publication, and he was writing about partnership between schools. We were the only ones actually teaching science and math in Spanish, working in partnership with an immersion school as Hawthorne is. And he was so impressed that he wrote an article, and I would say that almost half of that was about us. And the students in Hawthorne, besides getting a practice, they get like a really good role models. A lot of them see you and want to be like you. Something really funny that happened was that last year, one of the students in Hawthorne thought that my students, all of them were from Mexico. He started asking, are you from Mexico? Are you from Mexico? Are you from Mexico? Because when they ask my students something in English, my students refused to answer back in English, and they did it in Spanish. So they thought that many of the students couldn't speak English. So it was really cute.
The first trip for the White 4 class was on September 9th. However, the Red Day class won't be going until the 30th. This has been Hannah Wilcott for Manual AM.
This year, we welcome back 2 students who studied abroad last year. Olivia Loy and I have the story.
In the past year, students from the senior class studied abroad in a variety of countries. While studying abroad is usually an experience only college students get to be a part of, a few Manual seniors have already had the chance. Mahalia Smith, a senior in the VA Magnet, had the opportunity to study abroad in Germany for the entirety of her junior year.
I learned the language, and I learned all about the German culture, because I was completely immersed in it.
For the year, she stayed with 2 different host families and traveled around Europe. While Mahalia says the experience was life-changing and she plans to return within the next 2 years, she counts one moment that defined her experience.
One of the most memorable moments that I had was when I realized that I didn't have to think about speaking or reading in German, and I could just do it.
Another senior that got the chance to study abroad was Becca Lustig. Becca spent 4 months in Israel finishing her junior year and learning about the Jewish culture.
When we learned about the Jewish history, we would spend time in the class learning all the stories and the biblical characters and everything, and then we would go to the actual sites of where those events took place. So it was very interactive.
Her, along with 44 other Americans, got to go on the trip. While a huge majority of the trip was about school, she also got to experience the culture of Israel.
Half the days we spent traveling, so we did a lot of hiking. One of my favorite parts of the trip was we did a hike from the Mediterranean Sea, which is on one side of Israel, to the Kinneret River, which is on the other side. And so that was a 4-day-long hike, and each night we camped out, and it was a really, really cool experience.
For people who are skeptical about studying abroad, Becca offers some advice.
I'd say it's an amazing opportunity that if anybody has, they should definitely take. And whether in high school or in college, I'm sure there's similar experiences.
From Manual AM, this is Olivia Loy.